I cold called my way into ownership of an English football club. My name is Kyle, and today I'm talking about my top three winners from the transfer deadline. Number one, Aston Villa. They sold John Duran for $77 million to Al Nassr, and I think that that's great business. Anytime that you can get top value for a player, I think you absolutely should sell them, and I think they're very close or nearing that amount. They're up against it a little bit on PSR, so this should ease some of those financial worries. They bought Donyell Malen from Dortmund. They brought in Marcus Rashford and Marco Asensio on loan. So they really boosted their attack and they added some depth and flexibility for Unai Emery. And I think that that will go a long way in their Champions League run. Excellent business this transfer deadline for Aston Villa. Number two, Manchester United. Sometimes less is more, and I think it's also about what they have done and what they have not done. I think they did a great thing by keeping Garnacho. There was rumors about him leaving. I think that it was obvious that Marcus Rashford was not going to be back in Amorim's side, and I think they did a great job in purchasing Patrick Dorgu for about £25 million. I think he fits very nicely in the back three for Amorim on the left side. I think that it doesn't always happen overnight in transitioning from a system like Ten Hag's to Amorim's, where you're playing a back four versus a back three. And like I said, not fixing that overnight. You don't want to go too heavy too quickly. Januaries are typically slower, so I think the balance of what they did and did not do is definitely working in Manchester United's favor. And lastly, my local club, the Philadelphia Union, they sold central midfielder Jack McGlynn for $2.1 million with a potential additional $1.3 million and a sell-on fee if Houston, where he went, decides to sell him in the future. Jack McGlynn's an excellent player, a youngster that's budding into the men's national team side, which is why I think that sell-on clause is very important. And his pace wasn't exactly going to fit the Union's new manager system. They want to play with a lot of pace and energy. McGlynn's a bit slow. So I think that, it's the largest cash for player deal in MLS history for a homegrown player. And as of 2025, the MLS has new rules on being able to exchange cash for players. So I think that's great business for the Union, who have protected themselves in the future, also for a player that probably wasn't going to fit their current system. But as always, I want to know who you think the winners of this transfer deadline are.